Welcome to Crossroads of Health, where common sense and good science intersect, with your hosts Rick Simpson and Melody Martorana. And now it's time for Crossroads of Health.
Good morning and welcome to another hopefully exciting episode of Crossroads of Health for all of you, where common sense and good science intersect. It's always real and it's always unscripted. And I'm your host, Rick Simpson.
And I'm your co-host, Melody Martorana.
So, Melody, why don't you go over your talking point?
All right. So this is a very, very interesting article, and it talks about how a very common baldness drug risks men's sexual health. Men could be risking, this is what the article says, men could be risking their sexual health by taking the common anti-baldness drug finasteride. Experts say that the drug can cause serious side effects and isn't adequately labeled. The manufacturer of the drug mentions problems on its website, such as difficulty achieving an erection, but also says that the problems will go away for men who stop taking the drug. However, many doctors say that complete impotence is not unusual even among men who have stopped taking the drug. According to BBC News, the manufacturer says they continually monitor its safety and have recently changed the labeling after reports of sexual side effects continuing after people had stopped taking the drug. They also claim those cases could be caused by something other than finasteride itself. Now, it shows here finasteride has been heavily promoted directly to American men in TV commercials and male-oriented magazines. Its promise is an alluring one, helping make hair loss history. Finasteride claims that 9 out of 10 men with mild to moderate male pattern hair loss on the top or middle front of their head will experience visible results. The drug works by reducing DHT, the most potent male hormone that is linked to shrinking hair, by blocking the enzyme 5-alpha reductase. Rick was just talking about that. But behind the images of impressive results showing men's baldness practically disappearing is a disturbing side effect that is barely talked about despite the drug's popularity: impotence. Finasteride may destroy your sex life. BBC News followed one story of a 26-year-old, that's really young, who took finasteride for male pattern baldness. He stopped taking the drug when he noticed a decreased interest in sex, then a few weeks later became impotent. Even after 6 months of testosterone therapy, his sexual health had not been restored, and his physician suggested a penile implant as a solution. The drug's website lists sexual side effects as a possibility but downplays their severity, stating a small number of men had sexual side effects, with each occurring in less than 2% of men. These include less desire for sex, difficulty in achieving an erection, and a decrease in the amount of semen. These side effects went away in men who stopped taking finasteride because of them. However, many men found that the sexual side effects do not go away once the drug is stopped. The problem is so common that there's actually a website formed for men with persistent sexual, mental, and physical side effects that have continued despite their having stopped taking the drug. So post-finasteride syndrome is more common than previously recognized. There's currently over 1,000 members on the website, many of whom believe they suffer from post-finasteride syndrome, a condition of permanent sexual, mental, and physical side effects that do not resolve after quitting the drug, and most are often accompanied by an acquired form of secondary hypogonadism, and that's when the sex gland produce little or no hormones. So for men taking finasteride, it may very well lead to permanent damage to your sexual health, and no one knows who will be impacted, whether or not it will be permanent or why. And as for women, this is very interesting. The drug can also have a devastating effect on a developing baby's sex organ, so much so that the drug's maker warns women who are or may become pregnant not to even handle broken tablets. It says on that site, women who are or may potentially be pregnant must not use finasteride and should not handle crushed or broken tablets because the active ingredient may cause abnormalities of a male baby's sex organs. So kind of scary stuff.
Yeah, this really goes right to the heart of why we're here on the radio in a sense, is drugs versus natural solutions. I mean, there are, for reducing the activity of the 5-alpha reductase, the enzyme that converts the testosterone to the DHT, that's the object here. They're saying, okay, finasteride reduces the DHT level by reducing the activity of the 5-alpha reductase. There are really good natural solutions of things that reduce the 5-alpha reductase with no side effects. So it's like, if you have something natural, why would you take a drug with all those nasty side effects? And that is largely the issue. When you take drugs there are side effects because they are not natural molecules. Your body has to detoxify them, and almost exclusively there are side effects with drugs. Pick up a physician's desk reference or a PDR, look at the side effects of the drugs that are out there, and you'll see. And so my perspective is not that you would never take a drug, but you would be very, very judicious about doing your research and only taking them when there's absolutely no other alternative. Okay, and we got to go. So we'll see you next week. Please tune in to listen to us again. Bye for now.